So before we start the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as it helps the channel grow. So let's get into it. Alright, so week 18 of the NFL season is coming up, and for the Chicago Bears, they will be taking on the Green Bay Packers in the much anticipated rematch on Sunday. In this video, for the very last time this season, I will be giving my 3 keys to the game that I think the Bears should do to be able to win this game. So without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, guys? KT here, back at it with another video. Today, we're doing the Bears. The Bears have a chance to play spoiler this weekend when they take on the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field. If they do end up winning this game, they will knock the Packers out of the playoffs. The Bears, unfortunately, do not have a chance to make a playoff spot this year, as they were knocked out by the Packers, as they beat the Minnesota Vikings last week, and that officially knocked them out the playoffs. But the Bears have a chance to do the same thing on Sunday. It should be a tough, tough fought-out matchup. So I'm not going to hold y'all for too much longer. Let's get straight into the video. My first key of the game is always going to be get pressure on Jordan Love and force turnovers. 2 things that the Bears have been doing really, really well is getting pressure on the quarterback a little bit better and forcing turnovers. None of which we did in that first matchup against Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers in week 1. In the first matchup, Jordan Love had all day to sit back there and pick us apart from the pocket. He threw for like 3 touchdowns, 336 yards. I'm not even joking. He destroyed us that game. And, Jordan Love is a quarterback and when he gets the chance to sit back there and hurt you from the pocket, he will. He has good legs. He will use them. He was the NFC Player of the Week for a reason. He carved up the Minnesota Vikings last week. But with the way this defense has been playing, Tyreek Stevenson won his first accolade while winning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And we also have two Pro Bowlers on our defense now, with Montez Sweat and Jalen Johnson now making the Pro Bowl. And these guys have been X factors for our defense. Jalen Johnson has arguably become one of the best corners in football, and Montez Sweat is one of the best pass rushers in football. And that's one thing we were missing, was turnovers and sacks in that first matchup. So I'd like to see the Bears, get at least 2 sacks. I know Montez is not going to be able to do it all by himself, so that means other guys are going to have to step up on that defensive line. As for forcing turnovers, I don't think we'll have a problem with that, as the Bears have been able to force turnovers multiple times, at least in recent weeks. TJ Edwards got 1, Tyreek Stevenson got 2, Kyler Gordon got 1 last week, and I'm expecting Jalen Johnson to get 1 in this game. So, if the Bears can hold, Jordan Love to at least 2 sacks and get at least 2 turnovers off them, you have a very good chance of winning this game. I think the Bears defense is going to come out swinging, and they're going to make this a tough fought-out matchup if they do those things. But yeah, my first key would be getting pressure on Jordan Love, getting sacks, and getting turnovers. Point number 2, the Bears must stop the Green Bay run game. Green Bay is at its best. That Green Bay offense is at its best when they're running the ball through Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, specifically Aaron Jones. In that second half of that first matchup, Aaron Jones was killing the Bears. He was gashing them. He was making our linebacking core look like amateurs out there. A lot of missed assignments, a lot of missed gap coverage, and he was gashing us. And that's usually how the Packers like to run their offense, especially when they played against the Bears. They like to run the ball up the middle. They like to get Aaron Jones going early if they can, but they also have A.J. Dillon coming off the bench as well. While he did not, light the world on fire while Aaron Jones was out, he's still a very good running back. So, and that Green Bay offense, it opens up so many things for them when they're able to run the ball really, really well. The good news is for the Bears is that the Bears have the number 1 ranked rush defense in the league. Last week, they only gave up, 87 yards on the ground. They held Bijan Robinson to like 57 yards. And the week before that, they held James Conner to 30? And so those are 2 really good running backs. We just saw James Conner light up the Eagles last Sunday, and they ended up beating, the Philadelphia Eagles. And then we saw, and then Bijan Robinson has been a good running back all season, just underused. This Bears running defense is, really, really good. Their run defense is much improved, and that's because of the contributions of Jack Sanborn TJ Edwards, who's the leading tackler for this team. Tremaine Edmonds, he's starting to get it together. Andrew Billings, that big guy on the defensive line. Montez Sweat is really good against the run. So I feel like those are things that will help the Bears in this matchup if Green Bay tries to get going with their run game. You take away that run game and force them to pass, be a predominantly passing team, and you'll have a bit more success. Now, I would like to see the Bears hold the Green Bay Packers to at least under 110 yards rushing. I know they can do it, and they're going to need to, because if you allow Aaron Jones to get out into space and pick up chunk yardage and give the Green Bay Packers short yardage situations, they're going to hurt you at some point. They're going to score points like that. So you got to stop the run, keep Aaron Jones contained, make sure you get him to the ground when you do have him tackled. That hasn't really been much of an issue as of recently, but get Aaron Jones to that ground, keep AJ Dillon contained, and you really have a good chance of winning this game. Point number 3, continue to be aggressive with your offense. Now, the Bears offense lit up a Falcons defense that was top 10 in the league last Sunday. That was good. How did they do that? They were able to throw the ball downfield. They worked off a play action. They changed the launch angle for Justin Fields, and they were overall aggressive with their play calling. I never really got the sense, other than a few bad play calls, that the Bears took their foot off the gas. And when you do that, when you don't take your foot off the gas, you're able to put teams away. It just seemed like the Falcons could never really get anything going because they could never really stop what the Bears were doing. And that's because they were throwing down the field. They got DJ Moore involved early. They were able to get Fields and his legs involved early. And they were working off their run game, which they were doing really well at. And they did that against the Falcons defense, which was a top 10 unit in the NFL. This Packers defense is nowhere near close. They have good pieces: Devondre Campbell, Quay Walker, Rashawn Gary, who just got paid, Jaheir Alexander, Kenny Clark still in the middle. So they have good pieces, but I feel like it's more of the coordinator for Green Bay that's holding them back. The Bears should be able to move the ball against this Green Bay against this Green Bay defense, as this Green Bay defense did give up 30 to Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. And no offense to the Carolina Panthers, but they have been basically putrid on offense all season. And just last Sunday, they got shut out by the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, that defense for the Packers isn't really good. They're also banged up as well. So, you continue to stay aggressive with throwing down the field, getting Justin Fields on the move outside the pocket, using his legs when necessary, and keep running that ball with Khalil Herbert. He should at least get, 18 to 25 touches, and you're able to get chunk yardage out of that. You're able to convert on third down and short yardage situations. You're able to score points in the red zone. That gives you a really good chance to win this game. If you're not going to be aggressive and you keep giving the ball back to Green Bay, that's when you lose. So my third key would be staying aggressive with your offense, letting Justin Fields throw downfield, and get chunk yardage plays and work off your run game, and you should have an easy time winning this game. But overall, I have the Bears winning 30-27. I think it's going to be a hard-fought matchup. The Packers aren't just going to lay down and let the Bears come into Lambeau Field and blow them out. They're going to make this a tough game. We haven't won in Lambeau in a while, and I feel like it will be a tough game early. But then I feel like the Bears defense will bunker down. They will be able to force some type of turnover or get the ball back to the offense, in which the offense will be able to go down the field and get a game-winning field goal. As for the offense, I feel like they'll continue working off that run game, continue letting Justin Fields throw downfield. They have nothing left to lose at this point. If they're able to get DJ Moore involved, if they're able to use Fields' legs effectively, change the launch angle from the pocket, and get Khalil Herbert going early, they should be able to move the ball against this Packers defense. And I feel like that will lead the Bears to score at least 30 this game, as there's no reason why they shouldn't. So I have the Bears winning this matchup 30-27. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Who do you have winning? Do you have Green Bay or do you have the Bears? Let me know how and why you have them winning in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as it helps the channel grow. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop one of these Bears videos. As always, follow me on social media, as there's bound to be Bears news coming out before the game. And as always, guys, bear down, and I'm out. Peace.